And a good evening, everyone, from the Joe Mauer Fieldhouse here at the campus of Cretin Derham Hall High School here in St. Paul. Welcome to the best in high school sports. Suburban East Conference girls basketball is the main attraction here tonight here on TJSportsOnline.net. It's also senior night for the Raider girls. Some 7 young ladies will be honored here in just a couple of minutes. Their opponent, the Woodbury Royals, coming in with a 13-12 record. The Raiders are 18-6. This broadcast, a presentation of TJ Broadcast Services in cooperation with Cretin Derham Hall High School, also Ritchie Media Group, Blue Frame Technology, and also brought to you by Town Square Television in Northern Dakota County. We are broadcasting not only online tonight on TJSportsOnline.net, but also in the communities of Inver Grove Heights and Lilydale and Mendota Heights, South St. Paul, West St. Paul, and also Sunfish Lake. So those of you that are watching there in Northern Dakota County, welcome to our broadcast here tonight. Our broadcast is made possible by some very wonderful people. They include Ask Attorneys at Law out in Eagan, and also brought to you by the Cretin Derham Hall girls basketball team, Joe Lynch and John Siegel and company, and the very proud parents of these young ladies. And they are helping to sponsor this 4th and final broadcast of the year here on TJSportsOnline.net. This is our pregame show. I'm Tom Witchin, voice of the Raiders, joined by Tom number 2, the Silver Fox, Tom Ritchie, manning the controls here tonight. And on this pregame show, we will also get a chance to visit with the head coach, Joe Lynch, and talk about these 7 young ladies. A proud supporter of Cretin Derham Hall sports and the girls basketball team is Ask LLP Attorneys at Law. They're passionate about helping clients and co-counsel all to reach their goals. Ask LLP are a close-knit team of smart, hardworking, and dedicated attorneys who leave no stone unturned in their drive to get the job done right. They can be reached to answer your questions or listen to your concerns at any time of the day. Located on Egan Woods Drive in St. Paul, give them a call at 651-406-9665 or visit their website at askllp.com. And our Raider pregame show continues here tonight from the Fieldhouse. It is senior night as the Cretin Derham Hall girls close out their regular season. We'll be back in action here on Wednesday night at home. Opponent to be announced. And a chance to visit for the last time this year with head coach Joe Lynch. And with that in mind, let's talk about these seniors and what kind of special ceremony you're going to have for the girls.
Well, it's a great group of players. We have 7 seniors we're going to honor tonight. And really, these are the kids that came into our program 4 years ago and started to make our program relevant. Prior to their coming to Cretin Derham Hall, we hadn't been a really good program. We've gotten a lot of statewide respect. They really elevated the notoriety and the attention that we've gotten, and just a great group of kids. So tonight, before the game, we're going to turn the lights out. We're going to have a spotlight. We're going to introduce all 7 seniors, and then we're going to take a photo of all 7 seniors and then introduce our starting lineup. So we're going to have some kids that haven't played and haven't started in the game just to honor them as seniors.
Let's talk about these seniors one by one in no particular order other than number, and talk a little bit about Justina.
Justina's been a great player to our program, transferred from Bloomington Jefferson. Didn't know much about her before she came here. A little bit of a bad luck. She didn't get to play her sophomore year on varsity, tore her ACL before her junior year, so really hadn't played varsity in 2 years, but really has come along. Great leader, great maturity. Really love her being in our program, and she's going on to play college basketball.
All right, Chanel Anderson Manning.
Another great player. Played B squad as a freshman and then made varsity as a sophomore. Just a real energy player. Got a smile all the time. Great defensive player. She's not going to play basketball in college, but she's a great student, and she's hoping that she can get to medical school.
All right, Aaliyah Lopez.
What a great smile. What a great person. Been in our program. One of those kinds of players that you just admire. Played freshman, played sophomore, B squad, played JV as a junior, played JV as a senior, and just likes the game of basketball and loves being around these kids and wants to be a part of our program. And her smile is just so infectious. Everybody can't help but smile when they see her.
All right, in the post, Haley Moore.
I know this is repetitious, but these are really good kids, and really has been our leader. Has the most experience in terms of basketball knowledge, and really has become a really good leader, has matured in terms of her ability to communicate. She's going to go on and play college basketball. I wish her nothing but the best of luck. She's kind of been our glue player, does a little bit of everything, a little scoring, usually guards the other team's best player, gets us about 8 rebounds a game, makes a number of steals, and really holds us together.
All right, the one player I really like, Ada Mendez.
What's not to like about her game? Tough kid, real quiet, unassuming, but just plays really hard. Not a real vocal leader, but she tries to demonstrate with the game, and that's the way that she practices. She just goes really hard and expects everybody else to play the same way. Going to play college basketball, and looking forward to seeing her play.
All right, doesn't get a lot of playing time, but Elena.
Another great kid like Aaliyah, has progressed through the system, played 9th grade as a freshman, B squad as a sophomore, JV as a junior, and then JV this year. Another great kid with a great smile, super talented kid academically, one of the top math students in school. Looking for good things for her in her career.
And finally the quarterback, the point guard, Lizzie.
Just a super kid also. Probably, I think, the best pure shooter in this conference. When she's on, she's a 50% shooter from three-point range. Super talented kid, great academics. Also hoping to go to medical school. Unfortunately, she's not going to play college basketball. I'm a little bit frustrated with that, but they make those kinds of choices because I was looking forward to watching her in college. But great person, great player.
All right, she can come to Augsburg anytime she wants. All right, Joe, we'll not dwell on it too much, but was it just one of those nights at Stillwater the other night?
Well, I give a lot of credit to Stillwater and Willie's team. They played super hard. They hit everything from the time they walked into the gym, shot the ball extremely well, and we were just flat. I'm hoping it's just one of those kinds of games. We had a number of kids sick the week before and all week long, and so we had missed kids during practice. That's not an excuse because every team's got that, but we learned from it. We'll grow from it. We may see them again in sections, and we'll obviously play a different kind of a game against them.
That's right, you're both in Section 4. Now Woodbury to close out the regular season. What about the Royals?
Good team led by a great player, Rachel Hakes. Been in the conference for 4 years, been playing varsity since she was a freshman. She can also light it up, but she's one of those kinds of players that can drive and finish at the rim and create a lot of foul opportunities. We got to keep her from scoring a ton. Salapi Amason, their post, can get going, and we got to make sure that she doesn't get off and get a bunch of points. And they got a lot of younger players, but they've beaten teams when they've held them, low-scoring games, and we're going to try and pick up the pace and push the pace and try to make this a high-scoring game.
All right, and with that, as I mentioned, wrapping up the regular season, sections begin next week. You play Wednesday night, possibly against North St. Paul, but Section 4, you mentioned Stillwater, Cretin Derham. Who else in Section 4?
Well, Woodbury's always tough. White Bears perennially won the section, and Willie's team is playing really well. Central's got a kid that can light it up for 30, and they could surprise people. It's up for grabs. We got to play good basketball. We talked about it. We'd rather be playing our best in March, and we're hoping that we, can get that rolling.
All right, with that, it's time to wrap it up, and my turn to say thank you, Joe, and to your staff for putting this all together. We've enjoyed it, and hopefully we can do it again next year.
Looking forward to it. Really enjoyed it. Thanks.
Head Coach Joe Lynch, the coach of the Cretin Derham Hall Girls basketball team here on senior night, tjsportsonline.net. And welcome back, and the senior ceremony is all wrapped up. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Woodbury Royals, 13-12 on the season. Megan Kirkenwitz is their head coach, and their starters are Carly West, a 5'9 sophomore, and Salafi Amason, a 6-foot junior. She's in the post. You heard Joe talk about Rachel Hakes, a 5'10 senior. And also starting to be Lexi Paulson. Lexi's a 5'7 sophomore. And finally, Cassidy Mackey. And Cassidy, is a 5'7", can't read my handwriting, 5'7 senior. Or 5'7", yes, 5'7 senior. And that's the starting lineup for the Woodbury Royals And for head coach Joe Lynch, he's going to start all seniors tonight. And they include Haley Moore, the 6'1 senior, Elizabeth Ettinger, the 5'8 senior, Chanel Anderson Matting, the 5'8 senior, and Aaliyah Lopez, 5'6 senior, and Elena Carlson, a 6' senior. Again, the Raiders coming into tonight's action with a record of 18 wins and 6 losses. As mentioned, this is their final game of the regular season. Or correction, 18-5 is the Raider mark. Earlier tonight, the Woodbury Royals came from behind in the second half. The Raiders are up 24-22 with about 10 minutes to go. And the Royals went on a 10-point run, actually 11-point run, to take the lead, a lead that they never relinquished, and won by a score of 49-39. Coming into this final night here in the SEC, Cretin Derham Hall is on top. Couple games over Roseville and then Stillwater, Park Cottage Grove, Woodbury, Forest Lake, White Bear Lake, Mounds View, and East Ridge. The Raiders will have a home game on Wednesday night, probably against the Pullers of North St. Paul. And Haley Moore will jump at center against Salafi Amason. As the Raiders go right to left of the purple and gold, and the tip controlled by Anderson Matting out of the right wing far side, and clearing pass back up front for Ettinger. Lindsay will run the offense on the left wing near side for Anderson Matting. Back up front. They go wing near side for Ettinger. Free throw line high out of the left wing. Looking inside, goes dribble drive into the lane. Spin move up and off. Rebound her own. Tied up on a double team. Manages to clear. Baseline jumper up and no good by Aaliyah Lopez. And the rebound belongs to Woodbury. Down court pass for Conte West in the lane. Bounce pass to the wing. And they go back up front in the corner. Shot it away by Mackey, in and out. And the rebound, loose ball on the floor, and it belongs to Woodbury and Rachel Hakes. Hakes dribbles into a double team, and Amasid with a shot up and good. 3-pointer, Salafi Amasid. And the Royals have a 3-0 lead. Salafi averaging 11 points a ball game, 21 a season high steal for the Royals. Going down court, shot up and no good by Liz Mackey, or correction, Lexi Paulson. But she was fouled on the way up. And Lena Carlson is going out. And with Elena Carlson going out here, coming into the ball game, it's Adam Mendez. Adam, a 5'9 senior. And the inbounds pass for the Royals, baseline underneath their own basket. They go left top at the high post for Paulson. Into the lane, wide open, Amundsen shot up, no good. Rebound on the floor, taken away by Ettinger. Lindsay into the front court against the man-to-man. Goes right wing far side for Lopez. Backs up, goes inside of the post, off the hand of Mendez. And touchdown the way out by Rachel Hanks. It'll be Raider basketball. And coming to the ball game will be Justina Butler, the 5'8 senior. And Lopez will sit down. And off the inbounds, into the low post, Raider basketball. Butler in control at the top of the key now. A 1-2-2 zone by the Raiders. Out of the left wing near side for Haley Moore. Moore, top of the circle on the left-hand dribble. Goes corner. In the lane, man, Anderson Madden to the baseline. Butler, cross court for Ettinger. Lizzie for 3. Guns, it's not going to go. And the rebound taken down by Carly West. And the Royals leading 3-0 down court. Hicks goes coast to coast and scores. Rachel Hakes with a 2. She averages 20 points a ball game. She's had a season high of 40, and the Royals are off to 5-0 lead here in the first half. Raider basketball right to left. Moore, Anderson Maddock looking inside for Justina Butler. There's Ettinger onto the free throw line, left wing. Goes into the lane, drive. Butler traveled, and yep, she did. Turnover against the Raiders, and it'll be Woodbury basketball as we played a couple minutes of this first half here from the Fieldhouse. Our final broadcast of the season here from the Fieldhouse. We have one more on next Wednesday night, but that'll be at St. Thomas in the men's basketball. And with the drive going inside is Conte West, shot no good. Amundsen back up, no good. Third time down. Offensive board up, no good. Fourth time down. Off the hands of Salafi and out of bounds. It'll be Cretin Derham Hall basketball in the backcourt. Raiders coming off that loss to Stillwater the other night. Yeah, 0. Scalia put on quite a show, but she had 38 points. Woodbury, their last game, they defeated Woodbury 63-51. Whistle in the front court against the Royals. First foul of the ball game. And the foul will be on Cassidy Mackey. That is her first shooting foul as Edinger will go to the free throw line. Lizzie averaging 12 points a ball game, 21 her season high, 5-0, 5-0 as she misses the first. Lizzie, one of the captains, the Raiders. Second for Edinger, and good. And the Raiders are in the book. It is 5-1. And pressed in the backcourt. There's Anderson Manning. There's Haley Moore. And to bring the ball up court is Rachel Hanks. Gets it into the front court. Breaks the press. Lays it up and in. Rachel Hanks. Little dribble drive. Split the defense. And she has 4. And it's 7-1. The Royals lead now by 6. Going back down court. Mendez gets that one back. Out of Mendez. Came in averaging 13 points a ball game. 23 her season high. 7-3. Back the other way. Hanks got another one. Rachel Hanks. 2 straight baskets. She's got 6 of their 9 points. 9-3 Woodbury. Edinger, free throw line high to the corner. Anderson Manning. Chanel shot up and way short. And Carly West to take it away. And off for Rachel Hanks. Hanks hits front court against the man-to-man. Put up by the Raiders. They go high post. Amundsen. Sloppy looking inside. And she throws it over the top off in that far corner for Cassidy. Cassidy Mackey to the corner. Amundsen with a 20-footer. No good. Weak side rebound. Taken down by Edinger. She's tied up. Whistle jump ball. And the possession arrow does belong to the Woodbury Royals. Woodbury coming in at 13-5 as mentioned. This broadcast tonight also brought to you by Caldwell Banker Burnett Realty and of Stillwater. As Carly West will come out of the ball game for the Royals. And Lizzie Dodge coming in. As Raider basketball into the front court. Going baseline drive. And there is Franny Hottinger now in the ball game. Throws the ball away. And the Raiders have a turnover. So Franny Hottinger is into the ball game for the Raiders. Hottinger, the 6'1 junior, averaging 19 points a ball game. Pressed by the Raiders in the backcourt. Hicks, and she's fouled in that backcourt by Butler. And Justina has her first foul. First team foul against the Raiders. And Anderson Manning will come out of the ball game. Sydney Jackson will come in, 5'4 sophomore. Oh, that was an offensive foul. Oh, they gave the foul to Mackey. Cassidy has her second foul. Raider basketball. Jackson goes wing far side. Mendez 3. It's not going to go. And the rebound tipped away and out of bounds. And last touch by who? Into the ball game, by the way, for the Royals is Katie Besky, a 5'7 junior. It's a young Woodbury Royal basketball team. Just a couple of seniors. Amundsen will come out of the ball game. And Carly West will come back in. Baseline inbounds for the Raiders underneath their own basket. And Jackson gets it up top for Edinger. Edinger goes left wing near side. Butler, free throw line high. Directing traffic with one hand. Throws it over the top. Edinger 3 on the way. It's not going to go. And the rebound goes out of bounds. And last touch by the Raiders. It hit the back support behind the basket or above the basket. That's out of bounds. 9-3 Woodbury. 6-point lead, their biggest of the ballgame. And foul in the backcourt against the Raiders on the press. And the foul will be on Sydney Jackson. That is her first. And the first team foul against the Raiders. Mendez will come out of the ballgame for the Raiders. And off the inbounds pass. Now on the floor is, let's see, that is Lexi Paulson back in. There's a shot from the wing, no good. And the rebound chased down in the corner. And stepping out of the baseline, going out of bounds, is Lizzie Dodge. Dodge is a 5'9 junior now on the floor. And off the turnover it'll be Raider basketball. Jackson, Butler, Hottinger, Edinger, and let's see, Paige Goalie is now in the ball game. Paige, a 5'9 junior. Tied up front court by the Royals. Jump ball. Possession now belongs to Woodbury. That'll go in the book as a turnover against Cretin Derham Hall. Royals wearing the all whites with the blue, royal blue numbers. Amundsen will come into the ball game. Lizzie Dodge will sit back down for the Royals. Cretin Derham Hall won the first meeting between these two teams out in Woodbury. Trying to remember what the score was. It was like an 11-point ball game. Amundsen with a 3 scores. It was a 69-53 Raider win. Amundsen with another 3. She's got 6 points. And the margin is now 9 at 12-3 in favor of the Royals. And a steal. Hakes coming back. Coast to coast drive. Lays it up and in. Hakes with a steal and another basket. She's got 8. Amundsen has 6. And the Royals lead by a score of 14-3. Ettinger with the basketball. As high post, Ottinger finds first shot of the ball game. And she's fouled on the way up. Yes, Ottinger will go into the free throw line. Ottinger makes the free throw. And she's in the book. And Autumn Mendez will come into the ball game. Sydney Jackson will come out. And we'll see Butler coming out of the ball game. Anderson Madden coming back in. Hodger makes both free throws. And she's got a couple. 14-5. A timeout on the floor with 12:28 to go here in the first half. Looking to buy or sell a home here in the Twin Cities, contact Adam Nyberg Branch, Vice President with Caldwell Banker Burnett Realty in Stillwater. Have an experienced professional manager of real estate needs today. Adam has been a trusted friend, guide, and leader in the real estate business since 1994. Call Adam Nyberg of Caldwell Banker Burnett Realty at 651-329-5514. Broadcast presentation of TJ Broadcast Services, the Ritchie Media Group, Luge Frame Technology, and Town Square Television. Thanks to Joe and the staff down there. So again, 14-5, Royal basketball. Raiders with the press. Hicks into the front court against Anderson Maddox. Hicks top of the circle goes high post for Amundsen. And Shalape goes wing far side. Now on the floor for the Royals is Katie Baskey. Hicks goes down the right wing, spin move in the lane, lays it up off glass, no good, but she was fouled on the up and under. And goes to the line to shoot 2, fouled against Cretin Derham Hall. Mentioned Hicks with a 40-point night earlier this season. And the foul is on Mendez, that is her first. And the Raiders have their second team foul. Free throw by Hicks, no good. 5'10" senior. And Rachel's second is up and good. And she has 9 points. And it's 15-5, a 10-point lead for Woodbury. Raider basketball front court, Mendez. Way up top against Hicks, goes right wing. They go down the wing far side. There's Ettinger, gets a pick. There from Haley Moore. Goes backside pass for Anderson Maddox. Chanel double team, Ettinger into the lane. Tied up, manages to clear. Mendez goes low post. And there's Moore up to Mendez. Adam 3, up and good. Adam Mendez with 5 points. And that cuts the margin to 15-8. First 3-point of the night for Cretin Derham Hall. Royal basketball coming left to right. As they go into the lane for Hicks, double teamed. And throws it up on the wing. Shot up and no good. Rebound knocked away. Loose ball, and I believe Amundsen touched it on the way out. She did. And now I see Paige Gooley coming out of the ball game for the Raiders. And Haley Moore coming back in. Lexi Paulson coming out for the Royals. And Lizzie Dodge coming in. Anderson Matting, front court. Ettinger, left wing, free throw line high. Swing pass back up the line. The Raiders go double high post. Moore out to meet the pass. Far corner. And they throw it way over the top. Mendez open from the ridge. Gons. No good. Loose ball on the floor taken away by Sanape. Stolen away. Back up by Anderson. Matting scores. Chanel with a steal and a deuce. And she has her first points, averaging 5 points in the ballgame. 14 her season average. Back the other way. Missed shot by Carly West. And then Hollinger cannot handle the rebound. Went off her hands. And the ball will belong to Woodbury. Again, section play begins on Wednesday. Right now, the Raiders probably will be hosting North St. Paul here Wednesday night. Woodbury on Wednesday will be hosting probably St. Paul Central in Section 4. Rachel Hicks with the basketball, gets a pick, a double pick, and goes in the lane, and she was fouled by Hottinger. As Friday will pick up her first foul. And for the Raiders, their third team foul of the half. And it'll be an inbounds pass. Now in the ball game is Katie Baskey for Lizzie Dodge, and she cannot handle a pass, went off her hands and out of bounds. Substitution, Lexi Paulson will come in for the Royals, and Rachel Hanks will get her first rest of the night. Anderson Manning, Ettinger, Hottinger, Mendez, and Moore on the floor for CDH. Out in that far corner for Haley Moore, working against Lizzie Dodge. Clears it up the line. Ettinger, top of the key, to the arc. And Moore double dribbled, or traveled. Mentioned this is the final night of girls basketball. Tournament start next week. The State High School Girls Hockey Tournament is underway at the XL Energy Center. And gymnastics going on at the University of Minnesota campus. Anderson Matting will come out of the ball game, and Butler will come in. As into the front court, loose ball, and a traveling call, I believe, against Allison, and it is. Salapi with a steal, or with a pass, and then could not control her balance, and she traveled. Turnover against Woodbury, and Salapi will come out, and Rachel Hicks will come back in. 15-10. Raiders have scored the last 5, cutting the lead in half. Justina Butler into the front court against the 1-2-2. Moore at the high post. Mendez drives the lane, up off glass, no good. But she was fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Dodge, and that is her first. And the 4th team foul against Woodbury. Mendez at the free throw line has 5. 2 of the 3 field goals. Free throw up and good. Half a dozen for one of our 7 seniors. The Raiders are 4 of 5 from the charity stripe, and that's 6 in a row for the Raiders. We also have Raider boys basketball tonight at Woodbury, and we'll try to find you the score on that as we go along. Free throw by Adam is also good, and she has 7 points, and that's 7 in a row by the Raiders, cutting into that 10-point lead. Pressure in the backcourt. Hicks goes into that front court. Dodge over the top, throws it away. And another Woodbury turnover. They tried to break the press. And I believe Megan Kirkenwitz, the head coach, she's going to call timeout. No, an official's timeout. And they're looking at Rachel Hakes. And she's okay. We had a tough injury in the JB game. Allie Reddy went down. Our 6-foot junior Allie went down in the first half with a leg injury. Did not come back. Hopefully she's okay. Raider basketball, 7 in a row. Hottinger, just 1 shot so far tonight. Butler with the basketball. Franny has a couple of free throws. Handoff for Mendez. Top of the key. Ettinger working against Lexi Paulson. Goes wing far side. Franny spin move in the lane, up off glass. Good! Basket counts, and she was fouled. And I believe Dodge will pick up that one as Franny has her first field goal, her 4th point. Averaging 19 points the ball game. And Rachel Hicks heading over to the bench. Some problems with her right leg. They're taping it up. Probably important player for the Royals. They don't want to lose her. Hodner trying to complete a three-point play. It was 15-5, now 15-14. And Hicks back in the ball game. Brandy Hottinger, she'll be the franchise next year with the 6'1" junior. And they're going to allow Friday the whistle blew, and now Hicks will come out of the ball game. And coming into the ball game for Woodbury. And it's a number I don't have on my roster. Nope, I don't have the number. I got a 20-22, but not a 21. Hodger, three-point play, got it. And she has 5 points. We're tied up. A 10-point run by the Raiders, 15-all, with 9 and change remaining in the half. Into the front court, dribble drive, scoop shot up and no good. Rebound taken away by Mendez. Adam quickly into the front court. Goes inside, low post for Moore. Out to the Rich, Ettinger. Lizzie gets double teamed, steps back, skips it over the top. 3 for Justina. Scores! Justina Butler, nothing but net. And she has the first basket. And the Raiders have now scored 13 in a row. And we have our first lead change of the ball game. It is 18-15 as the Raiders have a 3-point lead. 8:53 to go here in the first half. Our broadcast tonight courtesy of Ask LLP Attorneys at Law out in Egan. Also brought to you by the CDH Girls Basketball Program and all the proud parents. I'll mention that the Raider boys are also in action tonight at Woodbury. And let's see if we can't pick up the broadcast there. Our friends at Prep Spotlight TV. And so far, let's see, we have to refresh the computer. There we go. All right, I'll get that score to you in just a bit. As it is Woodbury basketball, Rachel Hanks back in the ballgame after a short rest. Pressured by Haley Moore. Bounce pass for Carly West. Back to Hanks. Hanks skips it over the top near side. For Lexi Paulson goes baseline. It's knocked away and out of bounds. And they say the Royals touch it last. First half, Cretin Derham 29, Woodbury 23 in boys basketball. Girls basketball here. The Raiders on a 13-point run. Haley Moore at the high post. Ettinger, Lizzie, 3 from downtown. Scores! Ettinger with her first field goal, her 4th point. And that is 16 in a row by the Raiders, 21-15. With 8 minutes to go in the half. Rachel Hanks for the basketball. Goes left wing far side for West. Cutter goes baseline. Pass underneath, off the hands of Dodge. Lizzie chases the ball down as they go inside and then clears it back up top again for Hanks. Raiders man to man. There's Lexi Paulson, ball high above her head. Into the lane, at the post, kick back out. Hanks launches one from downtown, and it's no good. And a foul on the play by Hottinger. That'll be a 3-shot foul. Friday got her on the way up beyond the arc. As Hottinger will pick up her 2nd foul, and Hanks will go to the free throw line to shoot 3. Again from Woodbury, Raiders 29, Royals 25 in boys hoops. And now Lucy Dodds will come out of the ball game. And Cassidy Mackey will come back in. 4th team foul against the Raiders. So no free throws. Hanks off the inbounds pass. Goes high post for that elusive number 21. And out of the wing near side for, let's see, Cassidy Mackey. And we have a whistle as I'm looking down at my sheet. And we have a foul on the play against the Raiders. Might be an Autumn. It is. Adam Mendez has picked up her 2nd foul, 15 foul. Team fouls are even at 5 apiece. 21-15 Raiders. Hicks on the wing far side. Cross-court pass to the near wing. Going baseline. And stepping on the end line, that's out of bounds with Lexi Paulson. And off the turnover, it'll be Raider basketball. Butler, Ettinger, Hottinger, Moore, and let's see, Paige Goldie now on the floor for the Raiders. A three for Haley Moore, scores! The Raiders are burning them from downtown. Haley Moore finds the twine, and the Raiders have their third three-pointer of the night. And that is 19 in a row by the Raiders, 24-15. What a run. Lexi Paulson backs up on the dribble, and almost a steal by Hottinger. Top of the key, long three, banks it in. And I'm going to go with Mary Grant on that one. Mary Grant, the list at number 21, and the Raiders get it back. As I'm going to look at my sheet, and there's a three for the Raiders. And a three for Lexi Paulson, her first points of the ball game. And that breaks the string. 3-point shot on the way after a 22-point run by the Raiders. Now 22-18, 6:12 to go in the half. Down the right wing is Hake, putting it up top. Near shot from Mary Grant. She launches a three. It's not going to go. And there with a rebound is Paige Goldie. Paige leads the break into the front court. Corner, Hottinger, three, Friday, no good. And a ticket out by Goldie. Butler backs up, goes into the post for Hottinger. Knocked away by the Royals, coming back 2-on-2. Hake down the right wing, spin move into the lane, scoop shot up and in. Oh, she's a good one. And Hake has 11 points. And a 27-20. Raider basketball, Paige Goldie. Corner far side for Moore. Moore has the ball knocked away by Conley. West goes out of bounds. And it's last touch by Conley. An inbounds pass for the Raiders. And Anderson Manning will come in. Chanel will come in. And Hottinger will sit down. Close ball game down at Woodbury, 31-30 in the first half. Doesn't show how much time left in the half. As with the basketball, let's Paige Goldie goes right wing far side. Chanel, free throw line high, and a pass stolen away. Taken away there by Cassidy Mackey. And they go into the front court. Mackey goes underneath. Wide open is Grant. Low post, spins, turns, scores. And Grant has her second field goal. And it is 27-22. And now the Royals with a run, as they have scored now 7 in a row, following the front court against the Royals. We've cleared the 5-minute mark of this first half. And substitution, Anderson Manning will come out. And Sydney Jackson will come in. And Conley West comes out for the Royals. And Lizzie Dodge coming back in. Inbounds pass Butler, far corner. Way up top for Ettinger. Goes wing near side for Paige Goldie. Paige on the move down the lanes to the corner. Three for Justina Butler. It's not going to go. And the rebound on the floor, taken away by Grant, throws the elbow. And we've got a foul, offensive or defensive. And I believe it'll be against the Raiders, and Sydney Jackson. She has her second foul. See Haley Moore coming out of the ball game. And Adam Mendez coming back in. 2-2-1 zone press by the Raiders. Hakes double teamed in that backcourt. Clears it over the line. Underneath, wide open, drive, layup, and it is no good by Lexi Paulson. Rebound for Mendez. Down court for Sydney Jackson. Back to Mendez. Out from downtown. Way short. And the rebound belongs to Rachel Hanks. 27-22 with 4 and change remaining in the first half. And we have a whistle and a pushing foul, I believe, against Mendez. Fouled on the play was Cassidy Mackey, 17th foul. So a 1-on-1 situation. Hakes will come out for a short time, and coming back in for the Royals will be Katie Besky. At the line, Mackey. Cassidy's free throw is no good. Missed the front end of the 1-on-1. Raider basketball off the rebound. Goalie. Top of the key. Ettinger three. Scores! Lizzie has her second three, her 7th point, and a 30-22. That breaks the string of 7 in a row for Woodbury. We're going back and forth. Into the front court. Grant goes right wing far side and to the arc. Baseline, dodge, 15-footer, no good. Rebound to the weak side. Taken down there by Katie Vasky. Clears it back up top for Cassidy Mackey. Mackey leaves it off for Lexi Paulson. Paulson plays the point guard for Mary Grant at that high post, against a Hottinger. Franny's back in the ballgame. And Grant from 20 feet up top. Shot is no good. Tipped up and the rebound taken away by Mackey. Cassidy goes inside. Layup and good by Katie Baskin. She has her first field goal. It is 30-24, 6-point lead. Low post Hottinger. Scoop shot up and no good. But she was fouled. And Hottinger will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Clock shows 3:05 to go here in the first half. As Grant has her first foul. Free throw Hottinger is good. She's 4 for 4 from the line and 6 points. Hicks will come in. Baskin will sit down for the Royals. And another substitution. Butler will come in. Paige Kohler will sit down for the Raiders. Senior night. 7 young ladies playing their final game of the regular season. They'll have a home game on Wednesday night. Hottinger's second free throw is also good. She's 5 for 5 from the line. 7 points. As into the front court, we've got a whistle. And I think we've got, the scoreboard went out. And they're working on it. Over on the far side, we got some technical issues. Now I think they got to plug back in. 31-24 is their score. Clock shows 3:05 to go here in the first half. Again, they're at halftime down in Woodbury. And last score I had was 31-30 in favor of the Raiders. Boys have about 3 more games left after tonight before they wrap up their regular season. We'll have the Raider boys in action against Eden Prairie next Wednesday night from Shenandoah Arena on the campus of the University of St. Thomas. Eden Prairie again, the Eagles, and that'll be an 8 o'clock start, not 7 or 7:50 or 7:30. It'll be an 8 o'clock start time, and that means a 7:45 broadcast time here on TJSportsOnline.net. Hottinger comes out of the ball game. And Sydney Jackson comes in. Woodbury basketball trailing by 7. They've trailed by as many as 10 or 12. Takes in the lane to the baseline. Dodge up top. 20-footer up and good. Lexi Paulson has a deuce and a 3. She's got 5 points. 31-26. Butler into the lane for Jackson. Corner Ettinger deeper in the corner for Moore. Pulls up from 20 feet. Shot is up, no good. Rebound taken down by Mary Grant. Hicks to push it up court. Rachel clears timeline. 2:28 to go. At the high post near side is Dodge. Lindsay Dodge against Butler. Bounce pass cross court. Far side for Cassidy Mackey. Hicks for 3. No good. And the rebound taken by Anderson Matting. Chanel front court 3-on-3. Underneath. Oh, the pass over the head of Butler and out of bounds and a turnover against the Raiders. Raider basketball here on TJSportsOnline.net. Courtesy of Ask LLP Attorneys at Law, and also brought to you by the Raider Girls Basketball Program and proud parents of these talented young ladies on and off the court. Anderson Matting will come out, and coming back in for the Raiders, was that Haley? Yep, Haley Moore. And now an officials timeout. Mentioned the State High School Girls Hockey Tournament going on. Last score I had was, I believe, was Centennial was leading Egan 3-0 in the second period. First game of the AA semifinals. And now the go ahead with the whistle, and it'll be Woodbury basketball. As to walk it up court is Lexi Paulson in the front court against Jackson. Crossover dribble goes high post for Grant. Grant pulls it inside. Hanks spin move up off glass. Good. Rachel Hanks with 13. 32-28. Raider lead is 4. Jackson low post. Cut off by Grant. Clears it way up top for Justina Butler. To the corner. Jackson, and did she travel? Yes, she did. Turnover against the Raiders. It was 15-5 Woodbury. And then a 19-point run by the Raiders got the lead back. And then the Royals put on a run to cut the margin out of 4. The Raiders are up by 12. Paulson with the basketball. Lexi goes around Jackson into the lane. Bounce pass to the far corner for Cassidy Mackey. Hicks, free throw line high, down the right wing. Dodge clears it up top. 3 from long range. Shot no good by Mackey in the rebound. Taken away by Sidney Jackson. Jackson into the front court. Sidney into the lanes. And almost traveled. They go Edinger near side. Free throw line high. Back up top for Butler. Royal fans across the way want a traveling call there. Long one for Jackson. It's good! Sidney Jackson with a 3. And the Raiders have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers tonight. 35-28. There were those against Stillwater the other night. And a foul coming over the half-court line against Sidney Jackson as she fouled Lexi Paulson. That'll be 1-1 for Lexi at the free throw line. As Hottinger will sit down and Paige Coley will come in. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. JB went by way of the Woodbury Royals. Had a great second half, 149-39. Paulson's free throw, no good. Rebound, Grant, double team. Clears it up the line for Dodge. Top of the key, Hicks. Head fake into the lane. Puts one up, partially blocked, taken away by Edinger. Raider basketball. Lindsay behind the back dribble. A hand for goalie. Page into the front court. Now she'll slow things up. Raider maybe going for the last shot of the half. Page goalie, free throw line high. Using up that dribble. Jackson to the right wing. Haley Moore. Here's goalie again. Free throw line high. Goes inside. Low post Edinger. Up top. High post. Moore in the lane. Lost the ball on the floor. Taken away by Edinger. And she is held. That'll be a foul against Woodbury. And I believe that'll be on Grant. That'll be her second foul. And Edinger will go to the free throw line. She has 7 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Anderson Manning will come in. Jackson will come out. And Grant will come out. And Kitty Baskey will come back in for Woodbury. So 1-1 for Edinger at the free throw line. Looking for point number 8 here tonight. Free throw up. Free throw is good. The Raiders, great job at the free throw line. They are 10 of 11 from the charity stripe tonight. 36-28. The lead is 8. And the lead is 8. Free throw miss. And Hakes with a rebound. Direct in traffic. Hits front court against Haley Moore. Goes wing, far side for Cassidy Mackey. And she goes up and in. Cassidy Mackey, baseline drive, her first field goal. And at the buzzer, no good by the Raiders. There's the halftime horn. As we played 18 minutes of basketball. And at the break, it is Cretin Derham Hall 36 and Woodbury 30. This broadcast here on TJSportsOnline.net. Presentation of TJ Broadcast Services in cooperation with Town Square Television by the Blue Frame Technology Group and also by the Ritchie Media Group. And the broadcast also brought to you by Coldwell Banker Burnett Realty in Stillwater. Looking for a new career in real estate? Contact Adam Nybert, Branch Vice President with Coldwell Banker Burnett Realty in Stillwater, 651-329-5514. In the industry since 1994, Adam has the knowledge to educate and develop independent real estate agents to reach their maximum potential. Coldwell Banker agents know the value of a personal relationship, especially when finding a home. Again, call Adam at 651-329-5514. Mention the Rods here in this first half. Woodbury out to a 15-5 lead. And then the Raiders scored 19 in a row to take a 27-15 lead before the Royals finally got on the board. And they cut that 12-point lead down to 4. And here at the half, the lead is 6. For the Royals coming in at 13-12 in the season. Connie West did not score. Lizzie Dodge did not score. Salape Amundsen with a couple of threes, 6 points in the first half. Rachel Hakes, the offense, the machine, 13 points in the first half. For the senior, Katie Baskey has 2. Lexi Paulson has 5. And Cassidy Mackey has a deuce. And for the Royals foul situation, Dodge has 2. And Mackey has 2. And I didn't catch the other 4 fouls. A little slow on my paperwork here. And for the Raiders, 18-6 on the season. Ana Mendez, the first half, she had 7 points, including 2 for 2 for the line of deuce and 3 points, a 3-pointer. And Friday Hottinger, 5 for 5 for the line, plus the deuce, that's 7. Haley Moore has the 3-pointer. The Raiders had 5 3-pointers in the first half. Ettinger with 2 threes, 2 of 4 from the line, and 8 points. Anderson Manning with a deuce. Justina Butler with a 3. Sydney Jackson with a 3. Foul situation, Mendez 2, Hottinger 2, and Sydney Jackson with 2. So I got 6 out of the 8 fouls in that first half. I mentioned the JV game went by way of the Royals, 49-39. The Raiders had a 24-22 lead in the second half, and that one got away. Ask LLP was formed over 30 years ago with one goal: to provide a stellar work product at the best and most flexible rate possible. Ask LLP attorneys work on large, complex bankruptcies, restructurings, and avoidance action portfolios. They have the experience to handle all aspects of a bankruptcy case. Ask attorneys. Their depth of experience means the firm is ideally positioned to assist clients with matters relating to its core practice areas. For more information and directions, visit their website, askllp.com, or call them at 651-406-9665. The broadcast here tonight also brought to you by the Raider parents. These 7 young ladies, their parents awfully proud, and David Hottinger and the group want to say thank you. They are providing the financial support to get this game on the air here tonight. At the half, looks like the second half is underway down at Woodbury, and the Raiders have opened up the lead. They have scored the first 8 points in the second half, now lead the Royals by a score of 39-32. Other games going on tonight in girls basketball. And let's see, my computer's being a little bit slow. All right. Imagine the state high school hockey tournament, girls tournament going on. And the schedule, where are my notes here? The schedule for tonight in the boys basketball around the East Metro area. Boys games include Eastridge at Forest Lake. Again, the Raiders at Woodbury. Hastings is at Sibley tonight. Matamidi is hosting North St. Paul. Hill Murray is hosting Simley tonight. And a couple more games. White Bear Lake is at Park tonight. Roseville is at Mounds View. Girls basketball tonight. In addition to this contest, Sibley is at Hastings tonight. Hill Murray is at Simley. South St. Paul is at Tartan. St. Francis is at Stillwater tonight. And Park is at White Bear Lake. Mentioned the standings. The Raiders clinching the conference title here last week before that stumble against Stillwater the other night. As Sarah Scalia putting on quite a show. I think she had 38 points in that contest. The rankings in the state of Minnesota as we close out the regular season in the girls basketball. Eastview is on top of the girls rankings. They are undefeated. Hopkins number 2, and then Centennial, Lakeville North, St. Michael, Albertville, Wayzata, Maple Grove, Champlain Park. The Raider girls are ranked number 9, and then Roseville number 10. In Class 3A, Robbinsdale Cooper, the Hawks are number 1. Holy Angels number 2, followed by Matamidi. Zephyrs are 22-2. One of the best marks in the state. De La Salle number 4. And then Northfield, Wilmer, Grand Rapids, Hutchinson, Alexandria, and Waseca. In Class 2A, girls hoops, Suck Center. The Main Streeters are undefeated. Only undefeated team in Class 2A in the state. Number 1, followed by Minnehaha Academy, Maranatha Academy, Rosa number 4, then Rush City, Holy Family, Norwood Young America, Stewartville, Eden Valley Watkins, and Rochester Lourdes. And found in Class 1A girls basketball, Lyle Pacelli, the Shamrocks are number 1. Mountain Iron Buell is number 2, followed by the Hayfield Vikings. Goodhue Wildcats, Managua number 5, Ada Morup, Norman County West number 6, and then Minneota, Lacopar Valley, Grand Meadow, the Super Election number 9, and Big Fork is number 10. Those are the rankings in the state of Minnesota in girls basketball. Meanwhile, I mentioned the section tournaments get underway next week. Taking a look at Section 1, Class 4A, Lakeville North is the number 1 seed, followed by Farmington, Owatonna, Lakeville North. And then Rochester, Mayo, John Marshall, New Prague, and Rochester Century in Class 2 4A, Minnetonka, the number 1 seed, according to the QRF, followed by Eden Prairie, Prior Lake, Edina. Class 3A, and Eastview, perfect at 25-0, number 1 seed, Park Cottage Grove, number 2 seed, and then Apple Valley, number 3. In Class 4A, Cretin Derham Hall will be the number 1 seed in Section 4, followed by the Stillwater Ponies. They'll be number 2, followed closely by Woodbury and White Lake, the upper division. As it stands, according to the QRF, the Raiders will be hosting North St. Paul on Wednesday night. The Woodbury Royals will be hosting St. Paul Central. In Section 5, Class 4A, Centennial is the number 1 seed, followed by Champlain Park and Roseville. In Section 6, 4A, Wayzata is on top, followed closely by Hopkins and Minneapolis South and St. Louis Park. Section 7, Class 4A, the Anoka Tornadoes are the number 1 seed, followed by Forest Lake, Coon Rapids, and St. Francis. And in Section 8, Class 4A, St. Michael Albertville is on top, and they're 22-3. Maple Grove seeded number 2, and then Moorhead and Buffalo. Right now, as we head into the playoffs here in a couple weeks for Bowlings basketball, and obviously the Raider boys ranked number 1 in the state, and they are the number 1 seed in Section 4. Eastridge, the Raiders have beaten them twice this year. Eastridge will be the number 2 seed, followed by North St. Paul and Woodbury. I mentioned the state high school girls hockey tournament is underway at the XL Energy Center. And let's see if I can find the scores from earlier today. And in Class AA, semifinals. And at the end of the first period, let's try to update that one. As Centennial was leading Egan by a score of 3-0, now 4-0. As they're ready to start the third period, the second game will be Donna at Eden Prairie. Class 1A semifinal, Warroad defeating Alexandria by a score of 7-1. In Class A semifinal this afternoon, Breck, they defeated Proctor Hermantown, the Mirage, by a score of 6-0. The State High School Girls Gymnastics Tournament is going on this weekend over at the University of Minnesota at the Maturi Sports Pavilion. And in Class 2A, the teams competing will be Cambridge Ascenti, Champlain Park, Eastridge, Eden Prairie, Lakeville North, Owatonna, St. Cloud Tech, and in Stillwater. State High School Wrestling Tournament will get underway next week also at the XL Energy Center. We're ready to start the second half. Again, the Raiders with a 6-point lead. And it'll be Raider basketball. There is Mendez with the basketball. Butler's out there. Hollinger on the floor. Moore on the floor. Ettinger on the floor. The Raiders go low post for Mendez. Low post leaner up and in. Mendez with 9 points to lead the Raiders in scoring. And a 38-30, an 8-point lead. Hicks, Lexi Paulson, Carly West on the floor, along with Cassidy Mackey, and into the post. Turn around, Carly West up and no good. Rebound, loose ball taken away by who? And it's knocked away and out of bounds, I believe, by Grant. We haven't seen Sloppy Amundsen since early in the first half. Hopefully she's okay. She had a couple of three-pointers. Inbounds pass for Carly West. And the inbound, they get it in to Rachel Hicks, their leading scorer. Hicks goes right wing, knocked away by Mendez and out of bounds. Pass intended for Lexi Paulson. Megan Kirkenwitz, the head coach of the Royals. Takes the basketball in the back court. Back into the front court on the left-hand dribble. Stops. Goes wing near side for Cassidy Mackey. Mackey looking inside. They run the offense, looking for Carly West. And going baseline is Cassidy. Going inside, shot up by Paulson is up and no good, but Lexi was fouled on the way up. And she will go to the line to shoot two. She had 5 points in the first half. 9 or 4 at her season average. And the foul is on Autumn Mendez. That is her 4th foul. 3 in the first half. Free throw missed. And Mendez will sit down with those 4 fouls. And Chanel Anderson-Manning will come back in. 38-30 with a couple minutes gone, or 1 minute gone here in the half. Second free throw is good by Lexi Paulson. She has half a dozen points. 38-31, Raider basketball. Onto that far wing, free throw line high. Clearing pass up top for Haley Moore. Ettinger goes low post, Butler open, turns, shoots, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Hakes. Lays the break, front court, and got fouled by Hottinger. And Friday got called for the reach in, and that'll be, I think, her 3rd foul. And this 3rd team foul against the Raiders here in the second half. Inbounds pass for the Royals. As Hicks with the basketball into the front court. And they give that foul to Butler. That would be Justina's first. Royals with the basketball. Hakes down the left wing. Wide open. Lays it up and in. Hakes broke the defense, and she has 15 points. And it's 38-33. Back down court. Grant with the shot. No good. Rebound taken down by Hakes. Into the lane. Out the ridge. 3 on the way from Mackey. No good. And it's taken down by Cretin Derham Hall. Moore. Long down court pass. Ettinger. Being walked there by Mackey. Clearing pass up top for Haley Moore. The lead is 5 for the Raiders. They go baseline far side for Anderson-Manning. Chanel works it back up on the dribble. Goes cross court for Butler. On the near side, Moore into the lane. Moore, left hand layup. Partially blocked. Taken away by Grant. And Royal basketball. Hakes long down court pass. Mackey goes inside. Lays it up. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. And it's taken away by Paulson. Lexi hit the deck. She traveled. Paulson with the travel, and it'll be Raider basketball. Now Justina Butler will bring it up court. Into the front court for Haley Moore. Free throw line high. The pick from Hottinger. Moore, free throw line, goes baseline. Far side for Butler. Justina on the move into the paint. Lays it up and off. But she was fouled on the block either by Hakes or by Lexi Paulson. And that'll be a shooting foul as Butler will go to the free throw line. And they're going to give the foul to Carly West, and that is her 3rd foul. Butler at the line. Justina's free throw is good. She has 4 points. 39-33. West will come out. Liz Dodge will come back in. Justina 5, her season average. She has 4 already. 10 her single game high. Second free throw is short. And the rebound taken down by Grant. Royal basketball right to left here into the front court. As Hicks spins in the lane, gets double teamed. Off to Maren Grant. Pulls up from 15 off glass. No good. Rebound taken down by Hottinger. Foul to the back court by Grant. And I believe that's her 3rd foul. And it is. Second team foul against Woodbury. Raider basketball. Butler, Anderson, Manning, Haley Moore, Ettinger, and Hottinger on the floor. There's Friday through a double team off glass, no good. But she traveled, sends the referee over there on the far side. And a turnover against the Raiders. 39-33, the lead is 6. The biggest has been 12. Biggest lead for the Royals was 12. No, correction, 10. Raider biggest lead was 12. And a 3 on the way, good by Cassidy Mackey. She has a deuce and a 3. She has 5 points. 39-36, the lead is cut to 1 possession. Hottinger in the lane, shot up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Granted, with a subpar night, at least field goal wise, just one field goal, 5 for 5 from the line. Again, the lead is 3, 14:40 to go in the ballgame. Hakes off a pick, gets around Hottinger, goes baseline, going inside, and we've got a double dribble. No, we've got a foul against the Raiders, a reach-in holding call. And Hottinger will sit out. Paige Coley will come in for the Raiders. The foul was on Anderson Manning, and that is her first foul. 14th foul against the Raiders. Inbounds pass for Hakes. At the high post, cross-court near side for Cassidy Mackey. In the corner is Lindsey Dodge. Dodge for Hakes, tied up whistle, and a hold or a foul, or jump ball. And I believe Chanel is going to get called for the foul. And she does. Chanel Anderson Manning has her second foul. And the 15th foul against the Raiders. They're getting in foul trouble. We have way too much time remaining. Hakes to the high post for Dodge. Dodge looking inside for Hakes. Not there. Goes wing. Grant from 3. Scores. And Anderson now has 14 points. Allison has 13 points. She evidently changed uniforms as the ball goes out of bounds. Lafe Amundsen has 14 points total. And a foul against the Raiders. And I believe, is that Alina Carlson? No, correction, against the Royals. And Lindsey Dodge picking up her third foul. Lafe came in with wearing number 44, now has number 21. That's the strange number I was looking for. Raider basketball, 39-39, our second tie of the ball game. Got a traveling call against the Raiders. So Paulson, Hakes, Amundsen, Mackey, and Dodge on the floor. Amundsen to the left wing, free throw line high. It's Cassidy Mackey. 5-second call. Yep, he didn't advance the ball. Turnover against Woodbury. Hottinger will come in. Haley Moore will sit down. And Chanel Anderson Manning will come out. And coming in is Sydney Jackson. Raiders to inbounds in the backcourt. We've had 2 ties and 1 lead change so far here tonight. Butler in the ball game gets it in for Sydney Jackson. And Jackson will walk it in the front court, left to right. Raiders looking for their 19th win of the year. Here, Jackson going inside, up off glass, no good. She was fouled on the way in. Is that a shooting foul, I wonder? And the foul, I believe, is on Lexi Paulson. And indeed it is. That's her first foul. At the line is Sydney Jackson, 3-pointer on the night so far. Misses the free throw. Raiders just 1 of 3 from the line here the second half. Amundsen will come out of the ball game. And coming back in is Katie Baskey. Katie played in the first half, 5'7" junior. Second one by Jackson is also no good. And the rebound taken down by Dodge. Off to Rachel Hakes into the front court. Bounce pass to the wing. Far side. Mackey goes inside of the post for Dodge. Back to Mackey. Hakes up top. Hottinger in her face, goes inside, around Friday, lays it up and off. Rebound taken down by the Raiders, and Paige Goldie into the front court. Goldie goes wing for Hottinger. High post, cross-court pass, stolen away by Mackey. Cassidy will bring it up court. 39-39, we've got a couple minutes without a basket. Mackey knocked away by Dodge. Steele going down court. Sydney Jackson up and in. Sydney Jackson, with a steal. And her second field goal, her 5th point. And it's 41-39. The Raiders with their second lead in the ballgame. I may have said Dodge, but that was Jackson with the steal. There's Lizzie Dodge with the basketball for Woodbury. And again, a steal by Jackson, knocked away. Almost a steal, I should say. Lexi Paulson against Jackson whistle. And a foul against either Sydney or against Justina Butler. And I believe they gave it to Sydney Jackson. It'll be her 3rd or 4th foul. And it is Jackson, her 4th foul, 2nd this half. 41-39. Sydney will stay in the ball game. Hakes off the inbounds pass, one more, and the Royals will be in the bonus the rest of the night. Hakes off a double post, goes inside, lays it up and off. And either goalie or Butler or Jackson are all there. Who's going to get the foul? It'll be a shooting foul. As Rachel line where she's 1 of 2, she has 15 points. A foul against Paige Goalie, that is her first. Hakes, we mentioned, averaging 20 points a ball game. That's 15 so far tonight. 1 of 2 from the line, make that 2 of 3 from the line. Those haven't gotten to the line too much tonight. And in fact, they're 3 of 5 from the charity stripe. As Haley Moore will come in, Paige Goalie will sit out. See Sydney Jackson coming to the ball game, and Chanel Anderson Manning coming in. Hakes looking for 17, and it is in and out, and Moore with the rebound for CDH. Haley into the front court, high post, double team, clearing pass for Butler, pulls back on the dribble. As Amundsen in her face, Moore on the left-hand dribble, goes wing on the 3-guard wave. There is Butler. Ettinger going baseline is Moore, pulls up from 10. It is not going to go. Weak side rebound taken down by Hakes. Long down court pass, West, baseline, far side for Mackey. Amundsen goes down the right wing, stop, up off glass, and it goes. She's got 15 points, 42-41. And the Royals have their second lead of the ball game. And here's Ettinger trying to get it back, and she does a 2-pointer. Ettinger with 10 points, and we've got another lead change in back-to-back baskets. 43-42, CDH. Hicks with the leather for the Royals off of that far corner for Dodge. Gets a pick from West, goes up top for Cassidy Mackey. There's Hicks again into the lane for West. Out to Amundsen. Sloppy shot is up and no good. Rebound out of bounds. Moore came over the top of Dodge. And Haley, I think, will pick up the foul. Lexi Paulson will come in. Liz Dodge will sit down. And it'll be Raider basketball in the backcourt. We'll clear the 11-minute mark, 10:59 and counting. 43-42 Raiders. Suburban East Conference girls basketball tonight. Raiders on the first go-around by 16 down at Woodbury. Low post wide open, shot up and no good by Ettinger. And the rebound, a pushing foul. Lexi Paulson got pushed. And it'll be 1-on-1 back at the other end. And let's check and see how the guys are doing down at Woodbury. And it's 56-56 second half. Tie ball game. Raiders are getting a test tonight. As Lexi Paulson at the free throw line, 6 points. Shooting 1-and-1, free throw good. And she has 7 points, 43-43, our third tie of the ball game. The Royals and the Raiders in a tight one. And the second free throw also made by Lexi Paulson. She has 8. And the Royals have their third lead. Anderson Maddox for Haley Moore. We out near the timeline. Directing traffic, not being pressured. No 5-second call. On that left wing for Butler. Hottinger at the high post extended. Corner for Moore on the move. Into the lane. Drive. Lays it up with the left hand. Scores. No. And a blocking foul. And the foul came before the shot. Fouled against Woodbury. The foul will be on Hicks, and that is her second foul. And has 16 points. Raiders to inbounds. Anderson Maddox. Ball kicked away. No, they say over and back on the end line. That ball was kicked away. That should take precedent. Not stepping out of bounds. Paulson again to inbound. Off the turnover against the Raiders. 44-43 Woodbury with 10 and change remaining in the ballgame. Hakes using up that dribble. Goes high post for Dodge. Dodge being watched there by Moore. Goes into the post for Hakes. She'll pull back on the dribble. And the Royals will reload their offense. West trying to set a pick. Hakes can't use it. Now they go double high post. Hakes using the pick from Dodge. Pick and roll. Lizzie shot up, block, whistle, foul on Chanel Anderson Manning. And she will pick, I believe that's her third foul, shooting foul. Dodge will go to the free throw line looking for her first point tonight. And that for Chanel is her third foul. Dodge averaging 5 points in the ball game, but looking for her first tonight. And gets it. And it is 45-43. Hicks will get a rest. And Sunday Amundsen will come back in the ball game. Second free throw by Lacey Dodge is good. And the Royals are 6 of 7 from the line this half and have opened up a 3-point lead. The biggest lead was 10. Back in the first half at 15-5. Anderson Manning hits the deck, lost the handle on it. Tied up, jump ball. Possession now belongs to Woodbury. It goes in the book as a turnover against the Raiders. It was 36-30. Raiders at the half. West, Paulson, Amundsen, Mackey, and Dodge on the floor for the Royals. High post, Robinson goes low post for West. Knocked away by Hottinger. Taken away by Ettinger. Lizzie down court around 2. Baseline, clears it back up the line for Paige Goalie back in the ballgame. Goalie leaves it off for Haley Bauer out near the timeline. Goalie, free throw line high out on that left side. Underneath, Hottinger open, lays it up and in. Foul, and she'll go to the line. Chance to tie this ball game up. Hottinger has her first field goal of this second half. Her 9th point tonight. And a chance to complete a 3-point play as she has 5 for 5 going on tonight. The foul was on Mackey, her third foul. And Brady missed the free throw. And Woodbury with the basketball. At the high post, Robinson. Sunday turns, shoots from 15, and it's no good. Rebound taken away by Ettinger. At the hand of Dodge. Goes into the front court. Elizabeth Ettinger, one of the 7 seniors, then one of the captains. Haley Moore out of that far wing. Free throw line high. Works it down that wing. Looking inside for Hottinger. Inside to Friday. Turns, shoots, and scores. She posts up and got her 11th point. 4 in this half. And we've got our 5th lead change of the ballgame, 47-46 in favor of the Raiders. Conley West around to the defender. Paige Goalie throws it up, no good. Whistling a foul. And one of the Raiders goes down. And being helped off the hardwood there. He is Justina Butler. But Conley West going to the free throw line looking for her first point tonight. And for Justina Butler, her 2nd foul. Conley West looking for her first points. 5'9" sophomore, this young team makes the free throw. And 7 of 8 for the Royals in the half from the line. We've got another tie, our 4th tie at 47-47. Second free throw by West is good. 48-47, Woodbury. Woodbury and Cretin Derham Hall, 58-58 in the boys' game. Here's Moore going far corner, 3 on the way. Ettinger scores! Elizabeth Ettinger has her 3rd three-pointer, her 13th point. And the Raiders with the lead at 50-48. Whistle and a jump ball in the front court. One referee says jump ball, the other says foul, and the referee of the stripes won out on the jump ball call. And the possession favors the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders. 8 minutes to go. 50-48 Raiders. Trying to get a split here tonight. Goalie in possession of the leather. Off to Justina Butler. Hottinger to set a pick and roll. And the pass stolen away by Conley West. Long down court pass. Amundsen goes baseline. Stops, drives, lays it up off glass, and scores. Amundsen with 17 points tonight. And it's 50-50. 7:30 to go. Tie number 5. Lead changes 6. Hottinger low post. Triple team. Shot up, no good. Her own rebound. Back up and off. 3rd time down. Conley West for the Royals. Leaves it off for Rachel Higgs. Higgs into the front court. Stops the dribble. Goes baseline for Dodge. Dodge against Edinger, goes inside. Left-hand layup is up and no good. Rebound, pot for taken away by Haley Moore. As Haley into the front court. Far corner, Edinger, another three. This time no good, but Moore the rebound. Offensive board. Back inside. Haley, shot is blocked by Amundsen, but a foul. Got her on the arm. And Haley Moore will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And we may have gotten a technical call against Holiday. She's still arguing the call as Rachel Hake's trying to separate her. And the foul on Amundsen, her fourth foul of the ball game. So we'll shoot the technical first. Hey, Woodbury has scored 4 in a row. Royal 62. Cretin Derham Hall 58 in the boys game. The boys have just lost once this season. That was against Edina. So Moore at the line. The technical first. Trying to break the tie. And his free throw is up and short. Moore with 3 points. And we'll get a second. And the two-shot technical is good. And she has 4 points. Now Anderson Manning will come in. Justina Butler will sit down. And now the regular free throws. Oh, Haley took her free throws, and Edinger will shoot the technicals. All right. 13 for Lindsay. 51-50, 52-50. 3 of 5 from the line for Edinger. And 14 points. Raiders by 2, Raiders by 3. Lost possession of the basketball for the Raiders after the tee. And it'll be Anderson Manning to inbound in the near corner for Paige Goley. Goley, one dribble, brings it back up the line. There's Edinger working against Cassidy Mackey, going baseline and Goley. Out to the ridge, Anderson Manning. And Chanel backs up on the dribble. Goley caught in that far corner. Using up that dribble, looking for some help off the Hottinger. Friday goes baseline, trapped in the corner on the double team. Manages to clear. Here's Goley at the high post. West went for the steal. Page held onto the ball. Low post. Hottinger inside. Layup is good. Randy Hottinger taking over here in the second half. That's 13 points. 6 this half. And the Raider lead is 5 at 55-50 with 6:20 to go. At the high post there for Paige Goley. A correction to Liz Dodge. And pick and roll for Dodge. Lays it up and in. Lizzie Dodge, her first field goal, her 4th point. 55-52. Raider basketball. Goley out of the arc, near side. Page against Dodge. Hands it off for Hottinger. Friday puts the double team. Leads up off glass, no good. And we have a traveling call against Hottinger. And a couple of bodies hitting that. Rachel Hake is a little slow in getting up. Has that right knee all taped up. The lead is 3 for the Raiders. And the Raiders are going to put on the 2-2-1 in zone press. We'll clear the 6-minute mark of this ball game. We've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. And taking a look at the screen here. Woodbury going to the free throw line, and they have a now 5-point lead at 63-58 as they were shooting technical. Raider boys and Eden Prairie coming up on Wednesday night at the University of St. Thomas. And that'll be an 8 o'clock start. And this is TJ Broadcast Services. And just wanted to check Augsburg University is one of my clients. They're playing St. John's in the MIC basketball playoffs tonight. And to find out how my Augies are doing. They beat St. Thomas here the other night. And off the inbounds pass as Rachel Hanks against that zone press. For Lexi Paulson, back to Hakes. Into the front court. Dodge around Jackson. Goes up and in. And Dodge with 6 points all this half. And into the front court, low post. Mendez up and in. Ada Mendez with 11 points. 57-54. The Augie lead is, the Raider lead is 3. I got all excited. Augsburg is leading St. John's 58-41 in the second half against the number 3 ranked team in the state. All right, back to girls basketball. Rachel Hanks with the leather, closing in the 5-minute mark of this one. A 3-point ball game. Dodge goes baseline. Paulson up and off. Rebound taken down by Ettinger. Lanes the break. Lays into the front court. Ahead underneath for Anderson Manning. Lays up no good. Rebound Hottinger back up and in. Offensive board, and Friday's got 8 this half. 15 for the ball game. 19 her season average. And the Raider lead is now up to 5 at 59-54. Rachel Hakes playing that point guard. Double high post for the Royals. Mackey goes inside, laying up and in is Connie West for her first field goal. Her 4th point all this half. 59-56. We're back to a 1-possession lead. As Mendez goes wings far side. There's Moore, Hottinger, Anderson, Manning, and Ettinger on the floor. Chanel out of that wing far side, free throw line high. On the move, got fouled, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Chanel. And that will be her 4th foul of the ball game. And it'll be Woodbury basketball in the backcourt. Paulson, Hakes, West, Dodge, and Mackey on the floor for the Royals. And they go bounce pass to Dodge at the high post near side against Moore. Cross court for West. In the lane, Cuddy. Stripped of the ball by Hottinger. Coming back the other way, 2-on-2. Friday has it stolen away by Hakes. And back the other way, here come the Royals. Rachel in the left-hand dribble in the lane. Stops, lays it up and in. And Hakes goes coast to coast with a steal. And she has 18 points. 59-58 in a 1-point ball game. Raider basketball, Haley Moore in the front court. Hottinger sets the pick on the high post. Moore brings it back up near the timeline. Anderson Manning out of the wing near side. High post for Hottinger. Mendez out to meet the pass against Conley West. Spin move down the lane. Scoop shot up and no good, but she was fouled. And Mendez will go to the free throw line shooting 1-and-1. Adam with 11 points. 4 in this half. 2 for 2 from the line. Lead is 1. Adam averaging 13 points a ball game. And Shorts on the first free throw. And Anderson Manning will come out. Justina Butler will come back in. Looking for Dawson. Adam up and short again. And the rebound on the floor. Loose ball taken away. And here comes Hakes back the other way. The lead is 1. Rachel Hanks, top of the key, goes left wing near side for Paulson. Into the lane. Carly West down the lane. Lays it up off glass. No good. Weak side rebound taken out by Haley Moore. Ahead for Justina Butler. Left to right into the front court. Out of the wing near side for Mendez. And out near half court is Haley Moore. High post for Hottinger. Friday down the lane. Spin move, gets double team. Pass knocked away on the floor. Loose ball. Take it away on the Raider turnover. Hakes leading a 3-on-3 to the corner. Paulson from 20. Shot is not going to go. The rebound tipped up. And the Royals will reload the clock. Cassidy Mackey. Hakes, who runs the offense, brings it back up front. 2:35 to go. 59-58 Raiders. Hakes, a pick from Conley West. Another pick from Dodge. Can't get a shut up. Looking inside, not there. Clears to Dodge. Goes baseline. Cut off on a double team. And a steal by Butler. A turnover against the Royals. Down court pass. And it's knocked away. Almost a steal by Cassidy Mackey. Pass was intended for Mendez. And we have a whistle and a timeout on the floor with 2:13 to go. The Raiders lead by 1, 59-58. This broadcast courtesy of Ask LLP Attorneys at Law out in Eagan. Also brought to you by the Cretin Derham Hall girls basketball program and their parents. Let's go back to the Raider boys down at Woodbury. They were losing by 4 the last I saw. Looks like there's a timeout on the floor right now. Can't get a score. And it is 64-63 Royals. And it doesn't show how much time left on the clock. Royals with the lead. And the basketball. No, correction, the Raiders with the basketball. And the full court press by the Royals. Ryan Larson gets into the front court. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. And the last touch by the Raiders. The Woodbury basketball inbounds pass, front court. 64-63 Woodbury. Raider boys and girls basketball brought to you also by Caldwell Becker Burnett Realty. And Nyberg and the staff down there in the St. Croix Valley. Thank you for helping out on these broadcasts so far this season. Butler, Ettinger, Mendez, Hottinger, and more on the floor for the Raiders. Christina Butler against Lexi Paulson. On the wing near side, there's Mendez against Carly West. Goes baseline on the drive, underneath, leaves it up and in. Mendez with 6 this half, 13 in the ball game. And it's 61-58. Raider lead is 3. Royals right to left. On the wing near side for Cassidy Mackey. Mackey from downtown scores! That's Cassidy Mackey, drains it. 2 threes this half, 8 points tonight. Guess what? We have our 6th tie of the ball game at 61-61. Haley Moore in possession for the purple and gold. Moore at the high post. Goes corner for Butler. Justina, drive. Plays it back up the line. Moore from 3. High archer and green bow, no good. Rebound taken away by Hake. She was fouled either by Butler or by Hottinger. Hottinger has a couple of fouls. Butler has a couple. And free throws at the other end. And there'll be a double bonus time. And the foul was on Butler. Justina, her 3rd foul. At the line is Rachel Hicks. 5 this half, 18 tonight. And the free throw's up and good. And Rachel is 3 of 5 from the line, 19 points. That is her season average. Actually, 20 is her season average. 62-61 Woodbury. And second free throw is also good. 63-61 Woodbury. They've got the lead back. As in the front court is Haley Moore. 1:15 to go. The Raiders are down by 2. Haley Moore with the basketball. Crowd getting loud. On the wing near side for Mendez. Adam gets a pick from Hottinger. Puts one up from 20. Scores! Mendez with 8 this half. 15 for the ballgame. And it's 63-63. Under a minute to go in regulation. And Hakes the bounce pass for Connie West. Looking inside. The Raiders are collapsing. There is Paulson for Hakes against Butler. Gets a pick from West. Off to Paulson. Splits the double team. Scoops that up and off. But she was fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. At 39.5 seconds to go. And at the line of Lexi Paulson, where she's 3 for 3 all this half at 8 points tonight. 39, as I said, 39.5 to go. 64-64 Raiders, and the Royals down at Woodbury. The Raiders are at the free throw line. Free throw is good by Lexi Paulson. And she has 9 points. And the Royals have regained the lead at 64-63. Second free throw is also good. Paulson with 10 points. Oh, she missed the first free throw. Okay. So it is a 1-point lead for the Royals. Christina Butler for the Raiders. Out of the wing, free throw line high. Hottinger on the receiving end of the pass. Leaves it off for Moore. In the lane, Haley. Shot up and no good. She was fouled on the way up. That'll be a 2-shot foul for Haley Moore. And it's over down in Woodbury. Scoreboard shows a tie, but they're going through the line for the handshake. Not sure who got that final point. Moore at the line. Free throw up, and Haley shot is short. Haley 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And let's see, Haley has 4 points. Looking to tie. She does. Tie number 9. We've got a timeout on the floor with 20.2 seconds to go. 64-64. So again, I'm looking and looks like that game is over down in Woodbury, but I don't know what the final score is. And same score, the last score I had was 64-64 there, and here it's 64-64. Raider boys and Eden Prairie on Wednesday night from Steve Fritz Court, Shannon Arena at the University of St. Thomas, and 8 o'clock will be the start time. 7:45 our broadcast time here on TJSportsOnline.net. And you know Richie Sharon Company, the Silver Fox Town Richie on camera here tonight. And thanks to Richie Media Group, along with Blue Frame Technology, Town Sport Television in Northern Dakota County for TJ Broadcast Services. And the Raider fans here on the near sidelines. And they trying to get things up and moving. We got a couple of parents are taking over the role as cheerleaders. It'll be an inbounds pass for Woodbury against the press. And the inbounds pass they get into Lexi Paulson for Rachel Hicks. 80 more on her. Hicks clears up the line for Paulson. Cross court. Carly West. Pass knocked away behind her, but it comes right to Paulson. As Lexi double team whistle, and we've got a timeout called by Woodbury with 9.1 seconds to go. Again, this broadcast, courtesy of TJ Broadcast Services. The website is TJSportsOnline.net. By the way, you can watch the archive of this game by going to our website. Go to Blue Frame and On Demand. And you can watch the game in its entirety at your leisure, along with a number of the other games. This is our 4th Raider girls basketball game we've done. We've done 4 Raider boys basketball games. Done 1 Raider boys hockey game. By the way, the Raider boys are still alive in the section playoffs. I believe they got Wyzetta. I'm not sure when that is. Might be even tonight. Yeah, the hockey sections continue. So with 9 seconds to go, Woodbury can go for the last shot of the ball game. And the Royal fans have crossed the way on their feet. And the Raider fans here on the near sidelines. 7 ties, 9 different lead changes here tonight. Inbounds pass for Cassidy Mackey. Mackey looking for an inbounds, and she gets it in for Connie West. West double teamed around a pick. West off to Hicks. Rachel goes baseline, pulls up from 10. Shot is blocked by Butler, goes out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on Justina. As the Royal bench is going nuts. Looked like Butler had all ball. They're going to call Justina for the foul. And that'll be her 4th foul. And Rachel Hicks will go to the free throw line. Hicks with 7 this half and 20 tonight. Shooting 1 and 1. Free throw is short. So we're still tied. And Butler, that was indeed her 4th foul. 2.4 seconds to go. And Coach Joe Lynch is going to call a timeout, as he wants to freeze the shooter for 1 more. State High School girls hockey tournament. And let's see if we can refresh that again. Centennial was leading Egan 4-0 in the 3rd period, now 6-1. And is that a final? And looks like it is. Second game, Medina and Eden Prairie. And they're in their pregame. State championship games in girls hockey in both 1A and 2A will be tomorrow at the XL Energy Center. And then the X will take the center stage for the State High School Wrestling Tournament next weekend. Team competition gets underway on Thursday. Individual competition on Friday and a Saturday. So Hicks at the line with a chance to take the lead. 64 off. 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 20 points, looking for 21. Free throw up, and the free throw is good! And the Royals will lead by one, 65-64. As timeout is called immediately with 2.4 seconds to go. And the Raiders have to go the length of the court and get a shutoff in less than 3 seconds. Rachel Hicks tonight with 21 points lead the way. The Royals, their comeback, they were down by 6 at halftime. A lot of it at the free throw line. They are 8, 12 of 13, 14. 12 of 14 for the free throw line here in the second half. While the Raiders just 4 of 10 from the free throw line in the second half. Woodbury looking for their 14th win of the season and probably the number 3 seed in the Section 4 tournament, which begins on Wednesday. Will host St. Paul Central. And the Raiders will probably get North St. Paul in the opening round. And now the Royals going to put pressure onto the backcourt. The Raiders need to go the length of the court in 2.4 seconds and get a shutoff. And the inbounds pass to get it in. Here comes Ana Mendez. And handle the pass, buzzer sounds, and that's it. The Woodbury Royals come in at Joe Mauer Fieldhouse as they get a split in the season series with Cretin Derham Hall. They win in comeback fashion, 65-64. Rachel Hicks and company pulling the upset as the Raiders lose their second game in a row. Not the way to go to intersection play. This broadcast, again, courtesy of Ask LLP at Attorneys at Law out in Egan. Their number is 651-406-9665. Also brought to you by the Cretin Derham Hall Girls Basketball Program and the proud parents of these outstanding young ladies on the floor and in the classroom. Let's take a look at the Woodbury stats. Again, 14 and 12 on the season. As Connie West 4 second-half points. Liz Dodge 6 second-half points. As Salapi Amundsen finished with 17 points, including 4 3-pointers. Rachel Hicks, what a ball game, 13 in the first half, and she had 8 in the second half for 21. Katie Baskey had 2 points. Alexia Paulson, she finished with 9 points tonight. Cassidy Mackey had 2 second-half threes, finished the night with 8. And for the Raiders, on senior night, Ana Mendez finished with 15 points, 8 in the second half. Franny Hottinger with 8 in the second half, and she had 15 points. He had a more 2 of 4 from the line, 5 points total tonight. Ettinger, Lizzie had 7 points in the second half. She finished with 15, so the leading scorers all had 15 points. Anderson Manning just 2. Justina Butler had 4. Sydney Jackson had 5, and that's the scoring totals for Cretin Derham Hall. So the Royals come into foreign territory and take 2, winning the first game by a score of 49-39. That's the story tonight here from Joe Mauer Fieldhouse. And again, we'd like to thank all the people that made possible our broadcast of Raider Girls basketball this past season, including Ask LLP, the Attorneys Law, also by Craig Ettinger and his company out there in Chanhassen. And also brought to you by Union 32 Craft House out there in Egan. Thank them all for making these broadcasts possible, these 4 games, and we certainly hope we'll have a chance to do it again next year. Maybe add a few more on the broadcast. And if you'd like to help sponsor these broadcasts, we're also looking for financial help. You can contact either TJ Broadcast Services or Ritchie Media Group. Thanks to Phil Archer and the folks here at Cretin Derham Hall for all of their hospitality and help putting on these broadcasts this season. Thanks to all of you for listening. And one more game to broadcast, our 5th game for Raider boys basketball. And that'll be from the University of St. Thomas on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock against Eden Prairie, 7:45 of broadcast time. For Tom Ritchie, at Tom Ritchie, the final score at the buzzer, Woodbury 65 and Cretin Derham Hall 64. Again, from Joe Mauer Fieldhouse here at Cretin Derham Hall High School, you've been watching and listening to Suburban East Conference basketball on TJSportsOnline.net. Good night, everybody. We'll talk again.